This is Hamish. He is my almost 6-year-old Scottish Highland. The Highland cattle originally had basically two different forms. You had the mainland Highlands. Because they were on the mainland, a little bit better nutrients, they grew to be bigger. A little bit shorter coat to the hair. The other kind, which is the Kylo, Scott word for cattle, basically. The Kylo came from the outer Isles, and they were predominantly black in color, a little bit smaller animal, a little bit longer coat because of the harsher conditions out on the islands. They were raised primarily as beef cattle. People do use them for dairy sometimes, but they are primarily a beef cattle. And before you crawl all over my Facebook, no, I am not going to eat Hamish, and I am not going to eat Kylo. These guys are pets. That's all they'll ever be. These two anyway. You know, people always ask about the hair and the horns. Two big things with Highlands. The hair is a two-part deal. You've got the soft undercoat here, and then you got the outer guard hair. And that down coat helps keep them warm, and that outer layer of guard hair helps shed the water and the snow off them, helps keep them dry. They're very docile animals. They have been living basically side by side with man for thousands of years. Some of the old crofters used to bring them inside the houses at night, help keep the house warm, and plus it keeps people from making off with the cows in the middle of the night, as sometimes would tend to happen. Highlands are very adaptable to their environment. Here in the States, they're everywhere from Canada down to southern Texas. All this long hair that you see on their forehead, that's called the docin. It does have a reason, it's got a purpose. Highland cows have a much lower rate of eye disease, conjunctivitis, pink eye, things like that, like other cows get. Part of that is because that docin helps keep the flies out of their eyes and helps prevent the transmittal of diseases. So anytime you hear somebody threaten to cut your cow's hair, tell them to go jump in a lake. Hamish is about 2,000 pounds. He can reach speeds of up to about 25-30 miles an hour. I want y'all to consider that next time you have thoughts about climbing over that fence wire and going to pet that big fuzzy cow out there in the field. You know, unless you know anything about cows, and that particular cow, you never know what kind of day he's been having. Otherwise, you better hope you can run faster than Jesse Owens. Because once you get out in the middle of a field and that cow decides that you don't belong there, you're not going to make it back to the fence line. Even good cows have bad days. Ain't that right, buddy?